What's up, people? Yeah, I'm just sitting up here just chilling. I just went live. I don't know what I want to talk about. I got a lizard right here. Yeah. Hey, what's up? I didn't know. I normally I ain't been getting two people coming in here watching this here. I don't know what I want to talk about right now. I'm in the back of my apartment. Let me show y'all. I'm just gonna show y'all right. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm gonna take me a little walk in a few minutes. But it was something that I want to strike up something. I guess I want to strike up something to talk about because I have a lot to talk about. But I need to take time and sit down and do a live. So what's up, everybody? It's going to be 2 minutes or something. Maybe I can talk about this. My channel is Diet and Spirituality. I've been had this channel ever since 2013. I still got videos on here from 2013. But anyway, the double standards. Being our people, we're fighting a war. We're fighting a spiritual war with our people. I mean, with the so-called white man, number one, because we know that the Europeans are the reason why we are in the condition that we're in right now. Because of them, we living in poor. We you can tell who the real Jews are. You know, we are the. You know what I mean? Based upon now, even though you may not can tell who your biological father is, because you have a lot of our people die. I mean, excuse me, not our fathers die and our whole generation dies off, and it don't be no one left but us, or maybe a few, just a few other people, and then the few people that you know be kind of far off. You don't get to talk to them about your siblings because the older you have to find the older ones. You see what I'm saying? To find out information because they've been around a little longer, or maybe they can tell you some stuff about your your granddad or your great granddaddy. Now the older one that is living can tell you a little bit of something about your granddaddy, and maybe the older ones probably can in 80 something probably can tell you about your great granddad and who his daddy was. And maybe he or she can tell you about who your great great granddaddy is. You see what I'm saying? Probably 100 years old, probably can tell you something about 4 generations of your family. But if you got all of them, most of them died off, you can't get hardly no answers. And you be like, well, how can I tell if I'm a real Jew or not? How can I tell? Because you are what your father is, you know? If your father is a German, that means you are a Esau, you are a Edomite, you know, based upon that. But if your father is a so-called Black American, uh, uh, so-called Creole, which is those are bywords and stuff like that, then you are the biblical name for that would be um, um, Levi. That's the biblical name would be for that. You know what I mean in the biblical sense. But um, and then also you can go by the Spirit. You go by the Spirit. The Spirit. The Bible says in Romans chapter 8 and 16, it is the Spirit that bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High God. So even if you don't know who your father is, hey, what's going on? What's up? Hey, what's up, Clarence? How was your how was your how have you been? Oh, I've been doing good. I've been doing good, brother. How about you? How about yourself? Yeah, I pretty much have moved. But anyway, go by the spirit. You see what I'm saying? Your spirit can bear witness. Now, it's only a certain group of people that can identify with those curses in Deuteronomy chapter 28, and that is only the Israelites, because not everybody went through slavery. But if your spirit can identify with the curses, then you know that within itself you can bear, you can identify with the with the curses, because that within itself will let you know that your forefathers went through it, and whatever affected them, you is affected by it. Like a lot of people will say that, well, the black women or the black men was not born in the not in the 50s and the 60s. They was born in the early 90s and stuff, so they couldn't experience that. But I'm gonna say it like this: even though a lot of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans was not born in the 50s, was not born in the 70s, was not born in the 1500s or whatever, but at the same time, even though we wasn't in that dysfunction during that time, we still is an outcome. The way we're acting today, we is still a very uh out function. We still is a product of that dysfunction that went on back then. You see what I'm saying? I used to say it real correctly years ago. We still is an outcome of that dysfunction that had happened back then, because we still are the product of those people years ago. You know, some people can trace their lineage for 7 generations. Everybody can't do that. You see what I'm saying? I think you can go and you can get birth records and stuff like that. You can go and get, everybody can get birth records, and you can, I think in the hospital, you can go there and ask for your birth records, I was told. You see what I'm saying? Wherever, which hospital you was born at, they can go, probably, I'm pretty sure they can pull up your birth records and stuff, and they can pull up and show you who your, who your forefathers are, because that is real important to look up. That is very important to look up. If you look up, you can go far back as you can, and find out about what your forefathers went through and stuff like that. And a lot of us as people of color, we don't take the time to do that, because we have been watered down. Our history was watered down. Our inheritance was watered down. For example, if you ask a Chinese where they from, or if you ask an Asian where they from, they're gonna tell you that they're gonna tell you straight up, oh, I'm from Chinese, or I'm from Asia, where they was born. They're gonna be able to tell you what the origin of where they come from. But if you ask a so-called American, Black American, Hispanic, or Native American, we're gonna tell you Mexican. We don't even know what Hispanic mean. The word uh, Hispanic means the property of Spain. You see what I'm saying? A lot of us don't even know what American mean. Guess what? You can't even find American nowhere in the Bible. So the American people has a biblical identity. Calling yourself an African American, you naming yourself after Leo Cipius Anaconus, which came and raped, robbed, and murdered the Indians in 1492. That's what they did. They raped, robbed, murdered the Indians in 1492. And that's how the British American people got this country. They got it off of through rape, rob, murder, and bloodshed of this country. So when you look around and you see this is the white man's land, this is not their land. This land belongs to the Native Indian, us, all over Spain, everywhere. All of that is the property of Spain. All of that belongs to the Mexicans. That's when the Europeans, or the so-called conquistadors, went over into Spain. I think, let me see if I can, 1418. No, I think I got the dates wrong. They went over there and they named the so-called white man after he conquered the his the Hispanics, or the Hisicars. They took and named the country after their own name. Every country they went to and they conquered, and they took the bread and water. I mean, they took the land, and they named every land after they name, just like the people of Costa Rica. Costa Rica. Costa Rica means rich coast. It was a rich place. And the reason why, if you have you noticed that everywhere the white man go and everywhere he put his hand, he destroyed and tainted. They poison the water everywhere he went. Everywhere it's the white man is like a cancer to this planet. They are. They are just like a cancer to this planet. And that's what they are. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna take time and give my mind time to open up so I can bring more information and talk more about it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into the house. Move. I'm trying to get these bugs from around here. Dang, I'd be glad when them things gone. Them old bugs and stuff. Well, I'm gonna have some TV information to my blog. Well, I've got 2 people watching me, so what I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. Peace and love to my people of color. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next live.